Alrighty then, it's time to build a welder ship. But first I want to do some modifications to the mining ship. I thought about it a little bit more and yeah, I don't think I need antenna or remote control or anything like that on the starter miner, so we will be getting rid of all of that. And also I will add a rear view camera, so you can reverse out of holes easier. Yeah, so let's do all of that quickly, and then we can move on to building a welder ship. Alright, there we go. The ore detector was moved down. Some cameras removed. I didn't add a rear camera because I tested it and it wasn't that useful, because you can just kinda turn around in the tunnel, and flying while using a backwards camera is really hard, so yeah. But yeah, it looks even better now with this roof thingy. Right, time to make some new screenshots and I guess update the blueprint on the workshop. Right, so as always, let's start by placing a cockpit, making sure it's oriented properly by copying and pasting it and pressing P a few times. And then I guess just start conveyoring. We will need large conveyors around here in order for it to properly convey the materials. Let me try using a design that I used previously and then see how we can improve it. So let me just quickly do all of this. Set up the symmetry plane. Do this. Alright, where are the tools on my toolbars? There they are. And let's put welders. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, I think the welder block is not perfectly like symmetrical. Like, look at this wire. This wire is like sagging down and this one doesn't. So just an interesting fact for you, I guess. How's the visibility in here? Everything is visible. Should we orient those in a different manner, maybe? Let's try doing that. What about the grinders? Yes, there's definitely a lot more visibility when they are oriented this way. So let's do that. Yes, there we go. I like that probably. So that should be a pretty good range for them. Should cover pretty much the whole front area of the ship. Now we can add the connector down here. And then thrusters would go on the sides around here. So that's the basic design. Alright, can we improve it somehow? Because there's like a lot of conveyors here that are taking up quite a bit of space. I'm not really seeing any way to do that currently. Let's see what kind of conveyor blocks there are. Well, yeah, I don't think anything here could help us really that much. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's set simple, I guess. Yeah, I really am not seeing anything that I can do here to improve it further. What about cargo containers? The large one would be too large. And these ones, well, yeah, I guess that's it. Let's finish adding the thrusters, and then we can do the control panel, and then we can use it. It's pretty simple, like that. 2 thrusters in every direction, I think I will go with. Same as on the miner. Alright, and if I don't have a remote control on this miner, then I could probably have removed the downward thrust too, because it's only needed for the remote control to function properly. Right. Yeah. Okay then. So I guess I will need to make another set of screenshots again. And update it again. Nothing too terrible, I guess. Alright, that's the thrusters and the gyroscopes and the batteries are in place. Now we do the whole pasting onto the projector to have the pivot point be correct. Where should we put it? Let's put it right here. And come on. Bam. That should do it. Let's stop the remote control, the symmetry plane again. Alright, we don't need an ore detector, just some lights and the landing gear. and an air vent. And that should be it. Yeah, this is pretty simple to do. Really simple to do, actually. And I think that's all of the functional components placed. I'm not really going much to detail here because I did that on my minor video, so you can go back and watch that. It's at the start of the series. Because I don't really want to say the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again. I much rather just build it quickly and get over with it. And then go do some survival or something. Right, what should we do here with the spotlight? Something like that, maybe. I don't think the thrusters would burn it up. Let's check quickly. Yeah, also all of the useful mods will be in the description. Right, let's see. Thrust overlay, and yes, it should be totally fine. Okay. Right, let's do something like this here. Put this block here, and let's also put this panel here. Like that. Right, looking good. Let's put some stuff in here. Bam. Bam. Pretty much going for the same look as on the miner. Right, let's see. Let's do same thing as on the miner here too, with the thrusters. If something works, it works. Would be stranger if I came up with a method and then use it only once. Not very realistic, is that? Yeah, and yes, I don't know, when you're new to building, maybe it will take more time to think of what blocks to place where. You just kind of have to first think about it really hard, but then when you get experience, you kind of just can do it automatically, I think. Or it is just that easy and you can do it with no experience. I have no idea, I forgot the time when I had no experience, because it was really long ago. But usually, like, real life is like in the games, you just, or games are like real life, depends on what we are talking about. You first research something, it costs resources, a lot of them, and then you have it researched, and then you can just kinda use it. Yep. Right, I am not forgetting anything. I don't think so. Yeah, that should be all components. I don't think we need any collectors here. By the way. 1 second. Collector. What kind of connection ports it has? Collector. No, not anything useful. Pretty much almost the same as a medium container. Okay. Right, I guess that's pretty much the visual stuff done too. So yeah, now it's just the control panel setup. Rename everything and stuff. What's the mess? 20. Alright, so this will be SHR utility ship 20. Right? I think that's what they call my ships. I shouldn't really separate them all to a welder and grinder, because it could be like we just can't put grinders on it, and it would be. So yeah, let's go utility. Let's Google the definition. Utility. A state of being useful, profitable, or beneficial. Utility ship, meaning a vessel whose function is the provision of a safety and rescue service to offshore oil and gas installations. Transportation of supplies to and from offshore oil platforms. Well, if it would be attack, so if it was utility ship, but it's not, so then what is it? Construction ship? But I think I have the C letter reserved for like cargo ships or something. So I don't really know. Assembly? But, well, if it would be having grinders set, it would be not assembly, it would be disassembly. Let me think about it. I can actually just Google construction synonyms. Actually, construction, not on construction. Yeah, let's do construction. Building, erection. Funny word. Raising, establishment, assembly, manufacture, fabrication, forming, fashioning, contriving, creation, making. I mean, fabrication wouldn't really fit it, because it would be like, it would apply to resource processing ships too, because it could technically fabricate components. So yeah, let's go with utility ship after all. Right, what's its center of mass, so it doesn't just kill over when it's landed. And if you fill it up with components, let's see what happens. Items. Let's use construction components. Can they pass? Yes, they can pass through small conveyors too. Should I move the landing gear in front for it to look more realistic? I probably should. Alright, and where could I move the light? Well, anyway, let's move the landing gear and then figure it out with the light. Because, yeah, that would be looking really weird if the center of mass is not in the middle, but on the corner of the ship when it's landed. Yeah, this looks more... this looks better. And let's add some fancy stuff here. Then, too. Like that. Right, where should I put the light? The light. Where should I put the light? Light. I could put it here, but it wouldn't really work that well. Yeah. Just doesn't work. Well, something like this always works, I guess. I think it's sticking through the seat. Bruh. Okay. So that wouldn't work. Oh, I can just... Oops. Wrong block. I can just put it here. There we go. That works. I don't think the spotlight beam would be impacted by that. Would it? A little bit. Doesn't really matter that much, I guess. It's still cut off anyway, even without it. Yeah, it's actually not even impacted by it. It's impacted by this stuff. Doesn't matter. I don't need the top part of it anyway that much. Right, so I guess that's the design that we are going for now. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, probably. Right, well, time for the control panel. Grid mass 8 kilotons because of my inventory. Yeah. Let's see, actually, this wire on the bottom seems a little bit less saggy than on the top. Let's turn it around to make it look a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. This one is shorter and this one looks like it's more saggier. Or whatever the word is. Yeah. Right, now I need to rename it again and put it in the group again. No problem with that. And, well, I guess it's built now. Right. Everything is set up. Everything is great. Yeah. Really nothing else to say about it. It's just done. That's another small ship to my collection. Soon we will have much less smaller ships and much more bigger ships. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's it. After thinking about it a little bit more, I decided to still have the downward thrust. So here's the explanation why. On planets with like 1G gravity, you don't need it, but on stuff like Europa and Titan, where there's only 2.5, 0.25 gravity, it will have only like 2.5 meters per second squared of acceleration downwards. So yeah, the thrusters going down would be really useful. So I added them back. And also the control panel, the hotbar, the toolbar, whatever it is. I decided to cluster everything together and just go by the way what you would probably use the most and the least in order. So it's much easier to use now. Don't need to switch that many tabs.